easily, it feels like, for the Monkey King. And then they're just going to send Puck mid. I think Alliance were expecting them to pick those more carry-style mids that White Album likes to play, but they just said he'll happily play Puck.
All right, well, let's hop right into predictions. I'm going to go first because yesterday I was going last every day. Definitely Team Aster. I like the way that they drafted. It's just a very all-in draft where they just go in.
Take the circle box.
Yeah, they just stack all the circles on top of each other. So for me, it would be Team Aster. What about you, Lizard?
It's difficult to go against Aster and their draft. You'd have to be mad, but
the stand-in factor.
The stand-in factor.
I'm torn here.
Yeah. And the Lions also have the IO and Wisp. I'm still going to. It's almost disrespect if you don't go with Alliance, I feel like. But because of the draft, I'm still going to lean Aster's favor just a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to go the other way. I think we've seen, for me, draft-wise, I slightly prefer Aster, but I just think Alliance coming in has looked so incredibly solid. They're playing with their full roster, and for Aster, it's just such a big hit missing a player and having a stand-in, and for such a key player.
Well, let's add 2 more opinions to that mix. Let's bring in OD Pixel and Lacoste. Guys, what do you think?
I'll go with Alliance. I like what they have. A lot of tower damage, a lot of roach taking potential. I don't think there's enough control for this Fever. There's also Relocate Enigma picked into the Beastmaster. Just doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah, I feel sort of overall the map movements that Alliance are going to be able to hit Aster with are just going to come too fast and furious all across the place with the Beastmaster, the maneuverability of this Weaver IO duo. I think it's going to be a little too tricky for Aster to keep up with, and I think Aster's going to lose some early objectives against Alliance.
Well, we'll see how that turns out. We're going to turn the game over to you guys. Good luck. Have fun. Let's start with game 1.
Thank you very much, Simi. We should have a lot of fun with this one. Alliance versus Aster, 2 hot teams from each of their respective regions. I mean, coming in sort of outside of the draft, what do you expect from these squads? I mean, you're obviously following the Chinese region during the league. What have you come to see from Aster?
Super strong. Like, this team was amazing. Unfortunately, Borax, aka Baboka, was not able to attend the major, so they have coach who is standing in, and not too much information about the coach. You know, not the player that has much international experience either, so I'm a bit worried how that's gonna go. Ready to see what happens, you know, might be pleasantly surprised.
Let's have a look. Let's see what he's able to pull off this game, Mad, as he steps in here for Aster. Let's see if they are going to be able to deal with what is going to be just this incredible amount of push that Alliance will have once the 6 is up for them. They do have great team fight. Of course, Aster, they have this. Pretty much every single player here on the team is offering up a fantastic ultimate to throw into this fight. You know, if you come into this area where Alliance is trying to push, Aster are going to have the control and ways to fight back when Alliance do start to group up.
Yeah, look at all those circles. Like, these are some of the best team fight abilities
it's literally
in the game.
Some of the best.
It actually does not get better than this. You have Wukongs. This is like my favorite combo. Mars plus Wukong before they get the BKBs. Hold them inside the Wukong's command. You have Phoenix on top of that. Like, just a Midnight Pulse in any of these abilities is going to do a ton of damage.
Absolutely. The team fight is going to be insane. It's going to be down to if Alliance can sort of play around those cooldowns when it comes to the mid-game and try and sort of hit Aster when they're not prepared to come in with the combos.
Like, even if they have 2 ultis on the cooldown, they can still take a fight against what Alliance
They do have a lot,
This is an old school combo. Beastmaster, IO, easy scouting things with the Hawk. You use Roar, relocate 2 heroes. So, you know, standard stuff. A bit worried for the Earthshaker. Usually, FNG is the one who's, you know, playing 5. But he's playing Earthshaker now. Usually we don't see him, you know, being played these greedier position 5s. So they might, like, share the position 5 role by the sentries together. Because, like, I would want Earthshaker to get some kind of farm in this game. Like, eventually you will need to have a Blink Dagger.
I mean, definitely something that Alliance are very comfortable with. They do like to run it as such. When they seize the opportunity to get both the IO and the Shaker through the draft. See what he gets done with it. See bottom lane S4. It's gonna bit of a hit here from the Eidolons. Actually, you're going to be able to turn, block land him off.
Yeah, budget Fisher against the real Fisher.
That's true. For now, at least. At least in the late game, Mone's going to be able to pack a bit more of a punch. Top lane, Nico, baby. They're going to have it. As Matt, the stand-in, he's the one to claim first blood. Hanskin not quite able to keep Nico, baby, safe enough from the two of them there.
Good start for the coach.
Yeah.
At the GG in the old chat.
He's already putting the flag up. He's offering it for Alliance to take. Some confidence indeed.
Definitely didn't expect Nico baby to die there. Like Fever
He
paired up with
shouldn't
an
die in
IO.
that lane, right?
He should not die in that lane, especially early on.
That's just good aggression from Aster. And getting him close to the tower as well. Maybe Nico maybe just feeling that he was safe enough to play as aggressive as he was on his low HP that he had. Of course, that sentry's still down the lane. We'll see if Lions are able to take that away. They do. Nico baby will be able to find that.
White Album playing extremely aggressive on the mid lane, almost behind the tier 1 tower, trying to deny some gold for Dead Prophet so that she does not get the bottle. Here's the Spirit Siphon from Lim. Dead Prophet is the hero that does well against Puck. You know, some of the heroes really struggle against the constant harassment, but Dead Prophet, once she gets the bottle, the extra like sustain that you get, and there it is. Managed to pick it up, just needs to use the courier.
Some solid nukes to contest and push the lane back against the puck. See top. Nico baby he wants this centaur. And he will be able to get it there. And not quite able to stop Nico baby from taking away the large creep.
S4 decided to go for Wild Axes as well as the Boar. He does not have enough mana to actually use all of these abilities. Like, I can understand why, you know, try to use the Wild Axes, get a couple of Eidolons, but yeah, it's tough to sustain mana with the Beastmaster.
See 4-minute runes coming into play. Making the move
No
over
one from
FNG.
Aster actually going for the rune, so yeah, FNG will be able to secure the rune. Might be forced to take it.
Yeah, with White Album heading over. Not quite the chance for them to make a go for it. Start to have a bit of a poke onto S4 whilst FNG was away, but of course with that haste rune, FNG quickly able to return, and he's going to be able to find some couriers thanks to that haste rune, as he'll be able to take that away from Monet. Mid Lim. White Album, he has to actually jump in over towards the tower as he had already used the orb. Can't afford to allow Lim to chase him down the lane anymore.
Aster doesn't really have the greatest 4 and 5 to actually rotate.
Bottom.
But yeah, they're just outnumbering the Beastmaster. The slow, Boundless Strike should do the trick. One more hit.
Yeah, they make it work. You know, Matt swings around to the bottom lane. And just having that extra bit of firepower, literally from the Phoenix, it's enough to get S4 out at the bottom. So, already, I mean, 2 kills on the board. You got to say, you know, Matt stepping in. It's looking pretty good so far on the Phoenix.
Definitely. Mid, pretty even in terms of the CS. Dead Prophet will get level 6 after this, so will Puck. Like, I'm not sure if they can kill a Dead Prophet, even if they decide to, like, rotate Phoenix. They might need to bring 3 heroes to kill the Dead Prophet.
I mean, look at this FNG.
That was close.
Oh, that was... I mean, it was a heads-up move from Lanham to sort of have the persistency to keep chasing and look for that. But not quite able to close in with the Malefice before he TP's out.
And we can already see the power of position 5 Enigma, where he has a lot of denies. Look at Beastmaster CS, 14 CS. Beastmaster usually the hero that stays on the top, puts the pressure on the tower. Not the case here. And Monet is getting some solo XP on the bottom, going for the Battle Fury. Like, Chinese team really love Battle Fury on the Monkey King.
Yeah, we didn't really get that at all in EU. The Battle Fury build-up was definitely straight away from, I feel, by most teams, but in China this was still very much
this is
the
their
thing.
go-to build most of the time. Sometimes they even go the most possible greedy route, you know, Battle Fury Aghanim Scepter.
I mean, is that what you imagine this game? Or do you think Monet will go for Battle Fury into something that's going to enable that?
He definitely needs, like, I'm not even sure if he needs a BKB this game. because they have
That's true. BKB doesn't do too much, right?
It
It's just,
really
just gets the
doesn't.
shaker kind of. And everything else.
everything else is physical damage. Everything else goes through magic immunity, like exorcism, roar. So he might be just able to tank up. Yeah, I don't think he needs a BKB. Sounds like maybe stupid, but definitely doesn't need it as the first 3 items.
No, I think maybe later on, it depends sort of how good of a game like FNG is going to start having. If FNG does get those items at a quick timing, if he makes these moves, gets involved in kills, which hasn't been happening so far. It really depends on how much you're scared of the Shaker just chain locking you down.
I saw Ahmed getting BKB as 6th item on the Monkey King the other day, but it's just Ahmed thing, so.
Very close here, 7.5 minutes in. I mean, even with the 2 kills from Aster, the gold remains very even. See Nico, baby. He's got the Maelstrom complete. Also able to find himself that tasty possessed mask.
That's a 7-8 minute Maelstrom. Not too bad.
That's not too bad. That's rather quick.
They also have a big stack that he can clear. Do they have any stack of Ancients? Yes, they do. Triple stack. It's easy to farm Ancients with Beaver. With the Swarm, the minus armor, they also focus it so you don't take any damage. And now he has enough sustained Possessed Mask. There we go. Look at that damage. Juicy.
That's just some solid farm for Nico, baby. And something that's not really going to get punished right now by Aster. Not quite looking to make moves into the jungle. They do have, of course, the Dream Core ready to drop. If White Album sees an opportunity to make a play mid, does have Mad hanging around by the side. Also Lanham. Lanham, of course, still focused on just cleaning up that bottom lane, soaking up the XP whilst Monet, he's headed over to the jungle. Doesn't want to play in the lane too much more now that the 6 is online for S4 and there is that potential for plays to come in onto him.
This could be a bit problematic for Aster because Phoenix doesn't like to make any moves. Enigma as a 5, yeah, he's getting XP. Roar on the bottom.
Well, we have
Should be an
S4.
easy kill.
Yeah, look to take Lanham's life and he'll get it. See the counterplay coming from Aster. White Album comes in. He's going to drop the Dream Core down, and with the arena, there's no escape for S4.
Okay, a bit of an overkill, but they got him. That's what matters. Now they can start putting some pressure on the top lane. Not the most important tower, but they already saw people TPing, so they can... if someone TPs, let's say Enigma, he's just straight up dead on the top. Relocate will be up soon. They can also clear the Ancients. It's only 1 stack, but it's better than nothing. It's being pinged out.
They'll be able to take that away without Aster having any sort of chance of defending it. They're going to start moving over, but it's going to be a little too late. Majority is taken. No Dream Coil still. So they'll try and make the jump onto Hansken. Hansken is going to get caught by the Malefice. He'll get taken out. So they will punish Alliance in the sense that the IO goes down, but Nico, baby, more than able to escape to safety.
This is kind of a start that you want to have when you have a stand, Him having 0 deaths, involved in 3 out of 4 kills, doing pretty well. Just the boost of confidence.
Absolutely. I mean, and in terms of what he could do, I don't think he could have done more really in this first 10 minutes, Matt.
Now you can always do better.
I mean,
He
sure.
could have been godlike,
Could have
possibly,
been godlike. 10 minutes on the support Phoenix. I mean, it happens.
in pubs.
Yeah. When it's against you.
Sure. So Beastmaster has another roar already, plus a book. Getting very close to book 2. They don't have the catapult. So yeah, Team Master, they don't want to make any aggressive moves. Mars wants to play Dota, the rest of the team, especially Monkey King just wants to hit some creeps. So with that Blink Dagger, they should be able to find a kill. If they can burst that Prophet. They could burst that Prophet for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they can pretty much kill whoever they get the jump on here. Making the move down towards the bottom lane. This moment in time, S4 and FNG the ones to hang around here. Of course, FNG not really the dream catch for the smoke gang. S4's the target. Here we go, XXS is in, Arena's down. It's an easy setup, and with the Sunray, they've got ample damage to bring S4 down. He's going to turn throughout the Roar.
Oh, he's
the
actually...
summons.
Oh!
He's got the Supernova, so Matt is able to save himself.
Like, didn't kill him, but still forcing a Supernova. It's fine considering the situation he was in. In the meantime, Nico Baby just continues to farm. We'll have SNY done 13 minutes in on top of Maelstrom.
It's very quick.
It's super quick. Like, they were just constantly being in the ancient stacks, taking the enemy ancients. Level 10. How's Monkey doing? Level 9. Still needs to buy a broadsword to finish off the Battle Fury.
And what you sort of imagine there's going to be this period in the game where Nico Baby, she says, is going to have this incredibly quick Maelstrom SNY, and Alliance, they will look to try and get aggressive and try and fight Monet, find the Monkey King whilst he only has the Battle Fury.
Yeah, that's the timing, because Weaver wants to take a fight. They have a good setup, you know, for the Wukongs. Monet actually got a point, because there's a lot of synergy between, like, Wukongs, especially with the Arena, Midnight Pulse, Coil, you name it. They have so many circles in this game, so much team fight. And it's easy to execute, I would say. Like, even if Aster misses, like, 1 or 2 abilities, the big ones, they can still take the fight, because, like, look, it just doesn't get better than this. Maybe Dark's here instead of who? I don't know, but yeah, pretty much the best teamfight abilities in the game. Dead Prophet rotating bottom. You can see like Earthshaker's build. He's playing that position 5, 3 points in Fissure. Just wants to be able to stun for the longer duration, lower the cooldown. Is not gonna get any like close to the enemies. Doesn't even have level 6 for the Echo Slam anyway.
S4 has got the Roar. He wants to try and commit in onto Lanham. A little cautious about what may come in if they do commit straight up onto the Enigma. So
SNY done.
Hold back.
I don't think I've ever seen such farmed Weaver.
I think, yeah, this has got to be some record-breaking timing, surely. Maelstrom into SNY, this sort of time, 14 minutes.
This looks like, let's say, 20-minute items.
See bottom, S4. He's going to be able to try and get the Roar off, and with that extra movement speed, he's actually able to step out of the radius of the Supernova. So this time around, the ultimate exchange favouring Alliance. The Aster, that's a Supernova and an Arena down, and Alliance lose nothing for it. They're able to just simply walk away.
Once again, it's a good trade for Alliance. Like Beastmaster this time, not dying, forcing Arena, and the Supernova. Alliance should get aggressive. Like, ideally, you would want to have Dead Prophet level 12, because the spirits double. They go from 8 to 16, which is a pretty big deal.
And we'll see Nico Baby start to work on the BKB next. I mean, already, especially with the backup of Hanskin, he's going to seem pretty unkillable. When he has this Maelstrom SNY BKB, well, it should be on track to be pre-20 minutes to have all these 3 big key items for the Weaver. He's going to be so hard for Aster to deal with. You know, the pressure's going to be on Lanham to find some sort of black hole to lock him down. But of course, at this early stage of the game, Alliance, they've got numerous ways of stopping that channeling and keeping the Weaver safe.
I want to see Alliance take a fight.
Yeah,
like,
they're so strong right now.
They are. Dead Prophet hit that level 12 I was talking about. The Beastmaster has the book 3. Aster did a very good job just protecting the bottom tier 1 tower. There's smoke, Coil on 2.
It's a great job. Aster's been able to catch the 2 of them. The Arena's down the black hole as well. He's been able to trap both the Io and the Weaver. Lanham dragging them in. Hansken is off to the side of the path. He gets him. FNG comes in with the slam. White Album will go down. As FNG is able to get in, provide time for Nico Baby to safely get himself out of there with the ultimate.
Yeah, that was so close. Like, Weaver getting the magic wand off, and extra status resistance kicking in from SNY. The extra tankiness had also the casual Ogre-Axe, which is going to turn into BKB, which kept him alive there. Weaver's super tanky. They can still bring him down. Beastmaster managed to take the tower on the bottom lane, and now will take control of the enemy jungle. Like, this has to be one of the slowest tier 1 towers, I would say, when there's a Beastmaster in the game, because he usually takes it super fast. But as I said, Aster did a very good job just defending that tower.
Oh.
Nicely done. Lanham dies.
Yeah, I mean, he would have gotten away as well if that last Maelstrom proc didn't come in. But Nico Baby able to find the RNG with that last hit and have that just enough damage to kill him off before he TP'd away. And Nico Baby's game just looking better and better. Over 10k net worth, 16 minutes in, and 1,200 gold away from having a BKB. I mean, this is just some insane levels of farm on the Weaver. This is why Alliance, they love to open with this Weaver Iron. I'm sure we're going to just see this come out, if it's allowed to, time and time again here in the Major from them, as it's one of the stronger openings that they do run.
It's actually a sick opening. He died once in the laning stage. That's pretty much it. I don't think he should have died there, but yeah, they were just stacking, managing to make Weaver become super farm. He's staying 3k gold ahead of Monkey King with the Battle Fury. Of course, now that Monkey has a Battle Fury, the gap will close a bit, and he is going for that build that I mentioned, Battle Fury into the Aghanim Scepter.
All right.
It's a super greedy build, but you deal a ton of damage.
Yes. And he could kind of get away with it this game in the sense that, as you say, the BKB isn't essential for the Monkey King. You know, he can make excuses to not pick it up early this time round.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, they're going to need time, and Alliance with the strength they have, we'll see if they actually give Aster that time for sort of the Battle Fury Axe to really come into place and get Monet back up there to the farm that's parallel with this gold that Nico Baby just has rolling in.
He's getting very close to BKB. Great pickup on Phoenix. Spirit Vessel done. Already has a charge, so that's going to help quite a lot against the Dead Prophet, against the IO. Also loving the build on Handskin. You know, getting Urn, a casual Urn is always fine. Getting Hood of Defiance after to make him a bit more tanky. Pretty much everything that Aster has is magical damage until Monkey King starts to get some right clicks in.
There we go. Big items being finished now in Alliance. All these sort of tools to allow them to really go heavy on these pushes and really test Aster's capabilities of fighting right now.
Problem with like item sinking is when one hero is too far. Like Fever, ideally you would want to have that Prophet also have a BKB at this point, but you know, it's just that Fever is too farmed and it kind of looks, you know, that Prophet, where's your farm man?
I think Nico Baby just there, of course, an incredible amount ahead. 3k gold.
And they found the perfect item for your position 5 Earthshaker, Philosopher's Stone. Like, even if you're just staying, not fighting, and not doing anything on the map, just playing defensively, you will still get the gold, and he's getting very close to that Blink Dagger.
Smoked up Alliance, ready to come in with the reveal of S4's Blink. And there it is, jumping in, they're able to cut the tree. It's down on the low ground, can they do anything with this Alliance? BKB's popped by Nico Baby's committing, but the Black Hole comes out from Lanham and he's able to trap the three of them, put a stop to the attempted play from Alliance. They take down S4, they turn over towards Hansken. As Alliance, they sort of hand that one to Aster, as Lanham's just able to sit there, get the Black Hole out onto the three of them, and turn that whole aggressive move from Alliance. I mean, you know, you could sort of see the temptation was there. They cut the tree of Monet, but always trying to fight round onto that lower side of the cliff. It's going to be very difficult around that tier 2.
Yeah, they just did not have the right angle. We're going to see that one again. It's a bit tricky. Good positioning from Lanham, and he also has an Ether Lance, which is something that I've seen. I believe it was Jinkyu who tried to do it on position 4 Enigma as well, which was pretty good. Looked like a good pickup. You know, gives you that mana sustain, gives you the cast range. And now he's going into BKB.
Some solid plays already from Lanham. Absolutely.
Lanham has been really impressive. Like, he's an old school player, but he still has the moves. You know, he's very aggressive also as position 5. I remember a couple of games when he was playing Abaddon. You know, going in, ganking with position 5, gets Orb of Venom, gets stuff done.
Got to be prepared for these black holes from Lanham. I mean, we've seen, you know, even with this early BKB, it's not going to do too much when the black hole gets laid down. And as farmed as Nico Baby may be, the rest of the team around him, sure they're not necessarily poor, but they are very much killable. And Aster will deal with the rest of them if they're able to lock down the Weaver.
Now Weaver needs to be careful. Low on mana, has 14-1 charges.
Yeah, instantly 2 TPs coming in. I'm going to be able to get him with the spear. XXS comes in, clips into the tree. Nico, baby, he's able to get the PKP in the time. That's
Reload.
Hanske coming in, takes him out of there.
That was so close, actually. Nice play from XXS. So, yeah. Someone's going to die, and it's going to be Hanske.
Oh, it certainly is. You got the whole squad of Aster waiting for his return. That's Hanske, yeah. He'll have to tank that one for Nico, baby. He's playing maybe just a little too aggressive. A couple of moves now from Alliance that, despite the strength that they do have with Nico Baby's Weaver, now Aster are not letting them get away with anything.
It's really hard. Like, Alliance draft is really, really good at taking the Roche, you know, just going in, forcing a fight. You have a vision advantage from the Beastmaster. You take it super fast, but you can't just afford to go in, considering how much good abilities Aster got inside the pit. Like, these are the best abilities to fight inside the pit, pretty much.
For Aster, of course, these moments where Alliance isn't coming swinging at them, well, they're more than happy, as it means that Monet continue to farm to his heart's content. They've got the ultimates. They can contest this if they get it quick enough. They have insane fight around the Roche pit. Alliance, they started poking, now they're going to go for a smoke. They know that Aster's going to be on their way over. They want to try and catch them by surprise.
Oh, good
Over to
positioning
the
from
start,
Lan.
through to FNG! He's able to get it on the 3 of them. A beautiful jump from the Shaker. Comes in, takes Lanham out of the fight now with the BKB up from Nico. Maybe he's ready for the cleanup. He takes down Mad, runs down XXS. There's 3 dead on Aster. And now with a further catch, they might be able to find Monet. Monet's trying for the TP out. Have they got the damage? They don't. Monet
He
will
actually
escape.
manages to TP out. That Hawk actually gave them the vision. I was like, yeah, that's a good positioning for Enigma. He can make stuff happen, but good Blink Echo coming up from the Earthshaker. They managed to kill the 3. They're still also secured in the Roche. I hope we see that fight once again.
Brilliant stuff from Alliance there. They start for the Roche. They know Aster's going to be scanning. They know they're going to be heading over. He could try for a Roshan snipe here. Alliance, though, they're playing prepared. Nico Baby hovering around the outside of the pit. See if he goes for the jump. He's in. It's a little too early, though. He's going to have to get himself back out. Alliance, they'll have the space to finish Roche and get the Aegis on Nico Baby. And now we'll get to see that replay here. There's smoke from Alliance. FNG perfectly in the middle of the 3 of them. Enough of an opening to allow them to start taking Aster down one by one.
Yeah, you can still feel the power of the Monkey King. Wukong's command, Aghanim Scepter is done. Also going for a bit of a cheap damage. Getting that Crystallis, also has Imp Claw, so like Monkey is gonna hurt. Weaver has that Aegis right now, and getting very close to Scotty, which will like cripple these heroes. The healing coming out from Phoenix, Spirit Vessel, Monkey King's Jingu is not gonna be that great anymore. I have Scotty, you know, it's an expensive item, but feels definitely like one of the best in the patch for sure.
Aster, they're coming out with the smokes. I mean, they may not have been able to stop Alliance getting the Roche, but they still have the ultimates ready to drop. Tower taken, and Monet just a recipe away from the BKB himself. TP's coming in on the bottom lane. Nico Baby is ready to start chasing. He's going to head in and start things on to XXS. They get the spear over to the tree as Monet. He's able to drop the ult, turn the barrel. Straight. Nico Baby's able to get the time lapse off. They're not even able to take him down the once. Still with the BKB and the Aegis come to go. Nico Baby's more than happy to fight this. They'll turn into the trees. They'll find Mad. The rest of Aster will manage to escape.
Puck had silence ready. Maybe he got surprised by the status resistance. Not sure what happened there. They could have easily taken the Aegis off Weaver. He was very close to just pop it. Like, he didn't even need to use the Blink Dagger. Top lane, Relo.
Coming in, see if they can find Monet. Not quite. FNG tried to set it up with the fish here, but Monet was ready for that one.
Good vision coming on from Alliance. They're controlling the enemy triangle.
Success. So they can find anything, yeah, as you say. They're going to know exactly what's coming their way. FNG's not going to get caught out. FNG just protecting this vision that he's set up. Not leaving Aster any chances to get in on this. It's Aster gonna start the fight here onto S4. S4 gonna have the heals coming out from Hansken. It isn't enough to keep him alive though. Nico Baby sweeping up. FNG jumps in with the stab. He's got the opening on the Monkey King. Can they kill Mono? No, the black hole. Let him. He's been able to find the lockdown onto the Weaver. Grabs Limp as well. They'll take down Nico
Weaver
Baby
has
once.
the BKB.
See if they can do it a second time, Limp. He's trying to run down Lanham up to the high ground, but the Sunray heal from Mads, keeping the Enigma alive. Jump forward from White Album. They're looking to get in on Limp. XXS, a beautiful spear. Knocks him straight back towards the base of Aster. As they catch Limp, Nico Baby and Hansken on the way out. Hansken TP's out. Nico Baby, the only one left around, as again, Aster coming in with a big hit. XXS, these arenas, these catches that the Mars is playing, it's allowing them to just break Alliance apart. That jump onto S4, suddenly Alliance don't have the full potential. They try and get back in with that move from FNG, but they didn't have enough damage.
They need him in the fight. Like, they need him to use his abilities. They need the book. They need the primal roar. He needs to be the one initiating. If he's the one getting jumped, like you can see, even the heals coming up from the IO, the mech, it's still not enough to keep people alive. I was really wondering like why XXS did not upgrade his boots. He had brown boots for 25 minutes, and now he upgraded it to phase boots.
And we're seeing as well, just each of these fights, I feel like it's been the third time, at least where Lanham, he's just able to pretty much put the entirety of Nico Baby's BKB to waste with these black holes.
It's a position 5 thing.
Yeah, he's doing
At
so
the
much
moment, you really don't feel like it's position 5. It's going to become even worse once he gets that BKB.
Yeah.
Weaver has a basher queued up. Like, I guess he just wants to be able to deal with the BKB black hole eventually if Roar is not used, but I would love to see a bit more damage on the Weaver. You can feel that like he's not dealing that much damage, especially against the Monkey King. It's more of a tickling. Monkey King sitting at 22 armor. Got that BKB, got that Paladin sword, so he's ready to go in, ready to take these fights. I just want to see if Nico Baby commits fully to the basher build.
Yeah, still holding off on the investment, so maybe still deciding on what's going to quite be the best fit at this stage of the game. And as you say, the bash not necessarily going to help in the damage aspect, but the maybe just favouring the control, that potential to get the Abyssal down the line, have something else to maybe try and cancel these black holes, but that's going to be hard, because most of the time Lanham, he is making sure that he gets Nico Baby every single time.
Yeah, that's his target. Like, he needs to be able to control the Weaver. They have enough. The silences, White Album, like, this is kind of his build that I've seen a couple of times throughout the DPC League. Getting that Veil, getting the Dagon, not going for any like defensive items. Now he's gonna get the Eon Disc, which I really like, that instant initiation coming out from the Earthshaker or from the Beastmaster, and then you can get your spells on BKB by XXS.
All right. I mean, he sees FNG, maybe thinks that they can get away with the BKB if FNG was going to try and go for the Fisher into the blink out, but FNG, he sort of calls the bluff and he just blinks straight out. No wasted time throwing out abilities. With that, no opportunity for XXS to get the catch on it.
Big item coming out from Lim. Shiva's guard done when he uses the courier. So that's going to help out with providing the vision against the Monkey King. If he's standing on the trees, reducing the attack speed.
There's a Monkey King now, though, with a Daedalus. Monet, it's going to hurt. Alliance, despite the fact that they're keeping the gold close. We're seeing Monet, he's really closed the gap on Nico Baby.
Eon Disc ready on Mad.
So
they do a dual scepter.
See what they can do with this, Mad. He's able to dive away. White Album just laying down the Dream Coil, stopping Alliance from initially chasing any further. They're still trying to go for Mad. They'll pop the Supernova. The arena's out. XXS is going to try and tap it. Of course, BKB is back up. He's able to get the spear connection onto Hansken. Pins him straight over the wall. S4 comes in with a roar onto Monet. So they bring it down with Lanham. He's in. He's been able to find the black hole, and FNG jumps into it. Lanham again. Every single time.
Yeah, Lanham is just too good at Dota. He just caught 4 people. That's a blink BK.
Oh
He doesn't even
my
have
goodness,
a BKB
Lana.
on Enigma, and he's getting the tips. Like, this is what I like to see.
It feels like one of those games that, I don't know how you can never let this team get the Enigma again. If Lanham's going to play it like this. He's just single-handedly destroying Alliance. They can't fight into this. Perfectly waiting for the opportunity to get in. See him take the bug off, make sure that he's going to have that chance to get the jump. He gets 3, and then FNG says, tell you what, I'm feeling generous, have a 4th.
Yeah, that's just beautiful. You know, let him get in. There it is.
And FNG,
It doesn't get more perfect than that, very much.
It doesn't. Lanham. They've got to deal with this Enigma. They can't go for any sort of move unless they are 100% certain that they have control of Lanham.
They will have 2 Eon disc, one on Puck, one on Phoenix. So like, even if you get a good initiation, like they're still gonna be able to make a counterplay. Like there was a Yule Scepter, but they also need some kind of follow-up. Maybe if Earthshaker was there to stun the Phoenix when he came out of the Yule Scepter, things could have been a bit different. But I can understand like why FNG does not want to like fully commit. He wants to be able to go in after. Suddenly 10k gold lead for Aster.
10k lead. I mean,
Roche
that, look at that just coming out.
will respawn in 2 minutes. Earthshaker has a shard, but it's not an S tier shard anymore. It's not good. It was a bit OP before.
A bit OP. There we go, Aster. Ready to exercise their lead even more. So they're ready to make the jumps, but S4's out. I'll find FNG though. I'll escape for the Shaker. And Aster able to take down a part of Alliance around this key moment where Roshan will be coming back up shortly.
They just don't have the damage anymore, I feel like, on Alliance. Weaver going for the Basher into Abyssal Blade. That's fine, you know, to be able to control Enigma, but you also have a Beastmaster. Maybe they're thinking, you know,
Yep.
we need this Roar on someone else. Like, we can't afford to use it on Enigma, but after seeing what happened in the previous fight, they might be forced to, you know, wait with the Roar to go on Enigma.
Yeah, so someone's got to stop these black holes. If they don't stop Lanham from getting his ultimate off, they're just going to continue to lose every single team fight. No doubt about it, with the way that Lanham's been able to find these placements. Yeah, this game, without doubt, it's certainly got very difficult for Alliance. They did have that, you know, that solid opening at the beginning of this game. Nico Baby's farm just in a fantastic position. They just weren't able to do enough with it.
Yeah, it feels they didn't take the fight when Weaver was strong, and now it's kind of backfiring.
I think sort of the beginning of sort of the tough times for Alliance was that move that they did make around the tier 2 mid, and they tried to go in a bit too aggressive onto Monet, played that chance to maybe take the team fight. It's too deep, close to the tier 2 and in an awkward spot. And you have to be so careful overextending against a lineup like Aster's because of how phenomenal their team fight is.
Monet has been playing so well this game. They didn't even manage to kill him once, got his farm, has actually enough gold to buy a full Abyssal Blade. XXS ready to jump in.
This Roshan is not something that the Lions can go for unless they take some sort of a fight. No chance of doing it whilst it has to have the full 5-man alive. Aster's on the hunt. They know that the Alliance is going to be playing this high ground, waiting for some sort of movement around the pit. The question is, are Alliance prepared for Aster to come in from this angle? Coming in from their own jungle, XSS looks for the jump. FNG's out to the side. They'll find Limp, though Limp's alone. He's getting burst slow. Are they able to save him? He's able to get himself up in the air with the Yules. Bonnie tries to lay down the Wukong's command, but the Fisher from FNG puts a stop to the cast of it. As Limp will live for now, S4 has to put the BKB. Nico Baby's turned up. He's looking for Matt. The Supernova's down. There's the arena. Can they take down the egg in time? They got the roar out onto XXS. The egg will get taken down by Nico Baby. They've lost them though. XXS is deciding to back out of this, but the bash is there. As Nico Baby is able to put a stop to the TP, Alliance have found two. They should be able to find a third with XXS left alone.
White Album is just cleaning up with the Dagon. Oh, man, Limp, he was so patient with the BKB, did not want to use it. Dagon from Puck, reset, and he goes in and just blows him up. But nicely done from Weaver, you know, having that Abyssal Blade can easily jump Enigma right now. Have an extra lockdown. They might try to force a fight inside the pit. Spell Prism found by Monkey King. Like, this is the item that you want to have. Puck will probably get it. Puck also hit level 25, the bigger silence, the bigger range. Monet gets the kill on S4.
Oh, but they might get the kill on Monet. Nico Baby jumps over with the Abyssal Blade. Monet, I mean, he's going to pop the BKB, but he's gone. Lanham will now come out with the black hole. Nico Baby just gets taken out of response. Lanham, he says it doesn't matter, Monet, if you're dying. You know, I'm the carry now. I'm going to deal with the Weaver, and he certainly does. They're going to be able to chase down a Hanskin too. As White Album and Lanham, they'll take down another. Lanham, he really doesn't care what the rest of his team does. He says, I've got this one, boys.
Every single time, he just uses ulti on Weaver. Unfortunately, Hanskin did not have enough mana to use the relocate. Buyback from Monet. Like, they want to get this Roshan. Like, just kill the Roshan, give him the Aegis.
I mean, I was going to say, two Alliance
Alliance
themselves
wants to
use
contest. They're the buybacks, they know.
It's going to be a little more costly.
Double damage. No one scouted that one out. Penta Edge Sword found by Monkey. It's a really good item on the Monkey King, especially with the Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, you just can't escape the statues. As White Album trying to scout the action. That DD's has still not been taken. It's going to be pretty huge for the next fight. See who's able to get their hands on it. Nico Baby's charging in. See if he's able to make his way over towards the DD Rune he is. So Alliance, they'll be able to have the DD Rune ready to go back. Since he's already made the jump on Hanskin. The arena's down as well as the supernova. Hanskin, he's going to get taken down. So he's gone for 99. Over to the side, jump over the missile to Nico Baby. But Nico Baby had the BKB off. Raw from S4. Out onto XXS. The BKB's there from XXS.
Big
It doesn't matter. Damage from Nico Baby. Enough to take him down. But the BKB from Nico Baby wears off. The Dream Coil catches him. That's the Weaver down for 2 minutes. A dieback from Nico Baby as Aster will have no trouble cleaning up the rest of the fight as it's only Limp and FNG left alive.
They can't take this fight with only 2 heroes. Aster can just go inside the pit. Monkey still chasing. Has a Abyssal Blade ready soon. And the Boundless Strike, but a bit out of range. I think Alliance will have one more fight. Like, they need to kill the Roche. I don't think they have enough time to just, kill the Roche and go end the game.
See, oh, hang on. FNG, they're seeing if he could go for some sort of wild play around the pit. It wasn't to be the case. He ends up giving up another kill here to Aster. 29 to 13, 16k lead. This Aegis, it's gonna be theirs.
70 seconds without Weaver. Let's see what they can do. They can take at least the top side.
Yep.
They're taking the outpost right now.
Just before that 40-minute mark, they're gonna have that benefit taken them. Okay, Alliance did have the bottom one under their control, so at least Alliance won't miss out completely on the XP.
Still 50 seconds. Now they need to go through Aegis, go through the cheese. Aeon Disc will reset by the time they take a fight. Maybe Weaver, kind of considers Abyssal Blade a bad choice. Like Nullifier, I think they would get a lot of value also from that item. But, yeah. Aster knocking on their barracks right now. This is the second set of barracks.
Playing the fights against Lanham's only going to get more difficult now that he found that ninja gear for himself. He's going to be constantly set up in the shadows. Alliance have to be so sort of strict with the way that they force themselves to try and at least get someone around from the side, around from the back. Otherwise, Lanham's just going to continue to get them every single time. No chance of a hold around these tier 2s. They've got to wait for the base defense, Alliance.
The problem is Puck has Aghanim Scepter. With the Spell Prism, just if he catches 2 heroes, they follow it up with the Wukong's command. these two heroes are just straight up dead. Anyone who gets caught inside that combo is dead.
Yeah, pretty much nothing at all they can do against it if they get caught. I mean, with the lead that Aster have, fast to get any sort of initiation or jump, a team fight is going to be pretty much impossible for Alliance.
Love the itemization on man. Phoenix getting that Spirit Vessel to nullify some of the healing from Dead Prophet and Io, getting Eon Disc, a lot of value. He also has a refresher, so if he feels threatened, he can just refresh.
I'm not even going to be able to force that out of him. The TP's coming in. Nico maybe knows that he can't hang around any longer. Hansken, he's been left behind. Most of Alliance able to get out of there, but not without the IO for a minute. That save won't be available.
They really like refreshers on Aster. Like, they have one done, and they have two queued up. One on Mars, one on Enigma.
See what Alliance can do about this. Ready? White Album jumping in, forcing back FNG. Wukong's command laid down, giving Mono the ability to just stand his ground here. Start beating down onto the tier 3 tower. What can Alliance do to stop this? Even preemptively throwing out a supernova, stopping any sort of chance of Alliance pushing back Monet. As Monet's able to continue to go to work, take down this melee Rax. Now the jump will be made. The BKB's off in time though. S4 finds the roll, but there's no follow-up damage.
Another egg.
They're gonna leave Monet. As they have to back up yet again, Alliance. They still can't get in on this. In fact, Monet, he's going to make the moves over towards S4, but the fish is there from FNG. Holds
That's his
back
first
Monet.
life.
They'll bring him down the once. Jump in from White Album. Quick with the burst. He's taking out FNG. There is a buyback available for FNG. XXS. Moves him with the rid of them. Traps Nico maybe just permanent locked down Monet. And with him was
He got the ulti off.
It's off just about Lanham. Oh, he's off the mark. He's missed the black hole. Nico Baby's going to be able to live. And now he can turn. He looks towards Lanham. Lanham will fall into the damage on the Weaver. They also find XXS. Look, he's being focused. He gets the Yules off in time, but he should fall as he comes crashing back down into the
He does
sun.
not have a buyback.
Nico Baby needs to do a big cleanup here if he wishes to hold the game on for Alliance. He may
Here
just
comes
do so.
Nico.
He's over to Mono, but the Abyssal Blade turns towards Bad Bad, trying for the TP out, but the damage is there from Nico Baby. Alliance, they have lost their racks, but they will hold. They haven't lost the game yet.
Oh man, that black hole actually hit nothing there. Nice usage of the spells from Aster, you know, just a zoning tool so they can go in, get the mega creeps. Monkey King does not have buyback, so they have 1.5 minutes to work with. Let's see what they can do. Beaver going for more damage, going for True Strike. Like, it's time to buy it. You know, if he sells the wand, still needs around like 2 minutes to farm the Divine Rapier.
We'll see this again. So some deep aggression from Aster, but it was getting the job done, gave the space for the racks to be taken down. But Alliance definitely able to make
It was
something out.
so close. Like, Beaver dies there, game just straight up ends.
Yeah. Lanham, for all the great black holes he has, couldn't quite get him there. Would have been a blind one, I believe. Didn't have the vision on Nico Baby as he was scooching away. And that movement speed just a little too much for Lanham to get the prediction right and catch him that time round.
If they can get a good jump on Enigma, like Enigma has a buyback, but yeah, if they can clean him up, Beaver getting closer and closer to that Divine Rapier.
He is. Should be on track to have it for the next defense. It's 1,000 gold away, Nico Baby. Picking up an item that we'll have to wait and see if it's going to be able to do enough to turn around a game against Megas and against a scary looking Team Aster that has a 21k advantage against them.
Very close. Divine Rapier just 300 gold away. The problem is they don't have anything against these Eondis. Like, they don't have a nullifier. They can't dispel it other than the Yule Scepter, but then, like, you're not focusing the hero if you use Yule Scepter on him. There it is. Divine Rapier done.
Alrighty. Pressure's on. Can they pull this off Alliance? I mean, for Aster, they've just got to catch Nico Baby in one of their ultimates. Things will start to fall apart already. The jump's been made. S4's been found. They might just have to ditch him, leave him alone. He's going to get the roar out onto the Lotus Sword, but he's getting focused. Hansken.
She's
Take him
available
out of
on
the
Mark.
zone. Hansken will save, but they're not actually going to lose S4. S4.
This could potentially be bad. Lanham is smoked.
Why Album?
Ako po.
He's in and he's out. Takes down S4. Will get him at the end of the day. White Album still chasing. He's got those low cooldown tracks. The Octarine. The disc will be prompt. Limp. He's popping the exorcism. He's going to start trying to force them away. The Supernova's out. Limp steps over to the side. Nico maybe has got the damage to take down White Album. He has, and White Album's able to jump out and away with the illusory orb. Puck will escape.
The creeps are in the base. They need to address that problem. These are the mega creeps. White Album playing so well, going in and out. He knows that he can't die. You know, having that Eon disc, the CDR coming up from the Octarine core, coming out from the Spell Prism. Duration on phase shift 325, cooldown 3.7, not too bad. Like it's a 60-second cooldown on Eon disc. 9-second on Dagon 5.
As you said, we saw how much he was doing with those abilities without the juice cooldown. It's going to be even crazier. Juice cooldown's got a refresh up now, going to land him. White Album jumps in, Limp. Going to start off the defense with the exorcism, but Monet moves in straight away with the Wukong's command and the Abyssal Blade. He's on top of the game. Profit, Limp's gone. Has got a buyback. He'll get himself straight back into the action, but the 2-4s are falling. Nico, baby, looking for the back lines. Pokes the Eon disc out and mad. They're looking to just end the game, though, with the Monkey King on the front lines. Monet's got
There's the black hole.
in there, and it's yet again. Lanham's in. He's got the catch. Finds the three of them. Hansken's got the second black hole. Locks down Limp, but he's covered with the buyback. He's out of the game. It's over.
Ooh, man, what an ending. Like, Team Aster understanding. We could just force it, you know. Use this Wukong's command as the zoning tool. Go for the barracks, even though they had the glyph. It was still not enough. Just not enough damage. Alliance kind of missed opportunity. They had the Weaver, who was staying so far ahead of the Monkey King. I believe it was like 3 or 4K 12, 13 minutes
so
in. It
18
was just
minutes
awesome
you had
amount of farm that
Beacon,
he
Emails,
had,
Mess,
but
and
couldn't find like any real openings. And Lanham, man, what a performance by him.
Yes, I mean, what have you got to do about this Enigma? Did pretty much just not let them have it? You just have to ban it?
Possibly, you know, because like there are other heroes, you know, that you need to ban when you're playing against the Lanham, possibly like Winterviper, also he's a bad, he's insane, so maybe they need to find a different approach.
Tough team to draft against. And of
sure.
course, for Matt, he's showing here. Pretty pleased for him coming in as the stand-in and a great first performance.
Yeah, I think the team is pretty satisfied with how he played.
Yeah, not bad at all. Very exciting stuff here from Aster in game one. So they'll take the victory against Alliance.
Thank you very much, OD, Pixel, and Lacoste. As Lacoste said, when the Weaver goes down, the game ends. Do you think that can kind of describe Alliance's game?
Yeah, pretty much.
They were all in on Nico Baby to carry them. I think Aster's had this kind of unbeatable team fight. Like, yeah, the Enigma was coming up big, but it was like every single hero packed a punch. You had Supernova, you had Dream Coil, you had Mars Arena. And the only advantage Alliance had was the fact for at least like the first 30 minutes or so, Weaver was the strongest hero in the game, but Weaver couldn't do it all.
Yeah, they pretty much relies completely on Weaver and Wisp just going in and out constantly. They have this, I've seen this in Europe, it's played a lot. You have IO sharing the movement speed of the Weaver, and they're just too mobile to be controlled. Plus you have this very instant initiation coming from the Shaker. That's how you plan your fights. However, not everyone can do that. Beastmaster, he needs to lock down on a target. That Prophet as well needs these prolonged team fights, and for these prolonged team fights, I don't see the way that you win them versus Aster, because they have the perfect, literally the perfect team for them.
Yeah.
When you look at Aster's draft, it's pretty much the embodiment of the Chinese region when it comes to how they play. It's all about these team coordinated movements across the map. Meanwhile, on the side of Aster, on the side of Alliance, it's all about these quick skirmishes, which didn't actually work out.
They didn't have enough lockdown. Like, it felt like, I mean, when a 5-position Enigma is getting those kind of black holes off, it's just like, it means they kind of had to save the fissure to cancel a black hole, at least in the early game. But then, how are you killing anyone without using your stuns? It was just such an easy game for Lanham to wait. The second a fissure or a stun is used, he's just going in with a blink black hole.
Which one of the circles did you like the most?
Well, I really like Lanham circles, except for, okay, I had a big question about this part where, Lanham was hanging out in the back, in the very, very back. He was just standing there while they were fighting. Team Aster wasn't even taking the racks. They just went after the heroes, and then Lanham just kind of cruises in and drops his black hole on the Ancient, and then the enemy team kind of walked into it. What was up with that?
It's the name of the game, Defense of the Ancient. You can't let it just be swallowed in a black hole. You run in there.
He knows they can't defend if there's a black hole on top of it, so he places it there and it's
Okay,
like, you had good luck defending this.
Nah, that was very peculiar as well. They were kind of trying to get to the Raxes, I believe, and defend them, but they couldn't pass through that. It was something that the chat will know as a zoning black hole.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, a zoning black hole. They did walk right into it.
One, yeah.
So, based off of what you've seen here, who do you think would be MVP for Team Aster?
Lanham, I think.
Lanham 100%.
I actually, as much as I think it was a draft advantage, Alliance could have won that game if not for his black holes. They had a gold lead at various points, I think, in the early to mid game, with a really farm Weaver, and Lanham's Enigma just won them multiple team fights. And even when he was just doing those one-man black holes, he solo killed the Weaver after his Monkey King died. He knew his one job was to just black hole this Weaver.
Honorable mention as well is mad. This guy is standing in and he's still doing so well. He's standing in for a team and he's feeling like Boboka pretty much on that Phoenix. Doing well.
Do you think that the Phoenix pick was a comfort pick for Mad?
He's a position 4 or 5 player, he's a support player, and Phoenix is one of those heroes that every single support should be able to play, so it should be... You could see when he tried to Sunray move in TP that it really is in his comfort zone.
Awesome.
It worked well.
Yeah. But, he did fantastic, and we've seen kind of a little bit of a decline in gameplay on teams when they've had stand-ins, but in this case, that really didn't seem like the case.
That's good news for Aster moving forward, and I think something Lizard mentioned is that when you have to stand in for a support player, and it's a support standing for a support, it's a much easier fit than what Nigma had to deal with, which was I think offlane's probably one of the hardest roles to replace, and then they had a support player standing in, so definitely Aster looked amazing. I mean, we're not even talking about some of the players, Puck was 14-1 and 16, he had an incredible game, but everyone on Aster just stepped up here.
Yep.
Well, Team Aster brought the circles home, and these circles were brought to you by JBL. Thank you so much, JBL, for helping us put on this tournament. Gear up your gaming experience with the all-new JBL Quantum Series gaming headsets and PC speakers. You can find out more on jbl.com or follow at JBL_SG on Instagram. We have more Dota 2 coming up after this short break.